Plant hormone, this is very important organic compounds which is synthesized in the plants. Before going to study the plant hormones, have you ever wondered how plants without the brain or the nervous system manage to grow in such a coordinated and purposeful way? The secret lies in the tiny chemical messenger, and this tiny chemical messenger is nothing but the plant hormones, which are also called as the phytohormones. These are naturally producing organic compounds that helps the plants control everything from how tall they grow to when they flower and even how they respond to sunlight, gravity, and the various kind of the stress. Even though they are present in extremely small amount, their effect is much. They act like the plant's very own control system, helping the different parts of the plants talk to each other and stay in sync. Unlike in animals, hormones are made in a specific glands. Plant hormones can be made almost everywhere in the anywhere in the plant, and they move around freely to where they are needed for the functioning or physiological activity of the plants. There are the different type of the plant hormones which plays the important role in the plants. These plant hormones mainly the auxin. This auxin chemical name, that is indole acetic acid, IAA, and the specialty of IAA or auxin hormone, that is help in the cell elongation and the root initiation. Gibberellin, their name is gibberellic acid, that is GA, and this has also the special feature that plays the important role in the stem elongation and the seed germination. Similarly, the cytokinin, also known as the kinetin, which promote the cell division. This is the specialty of this hormone. And another hormone, that is ethylene, which is gaseous hormone, and this plays the very important role in the fruit ripening. These plant growth hormones, these are the different types. One of the plant growth hormone, auxin, which plays the physiological role, and these are also the applications. Auxin are the first discovered plant hormones, primarily responsible for the cell elongation, root development, and directional growth. These are produced mainly in the young leaves, shoot tips, and the developing seeds. This plays the important role in the various physiological process. These physiological process are, one of the physiological process is cell elongation. Now, auxin influences the plasticity of this plant cell wall by activating the proton pumps which is present on the plasma membrane, which acidifies the cell wall, making it more flexible for the expansion, and this result in an increase in the length of the cell, particularly in the young plant tissues. अभी इसमें ये जो ऑक्सीजन हार्मोन है, ये ऑक्सीजन हार्मोन जब प्लांट मेम्ब्रेन पर एक्ट होता है, वो सिग्नल ट्रांसफर करके एक प्रोटॉन पंप जो प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन पर है उससे वो प्रोटॉन्स छोड़ता है या ट्रांसफर करता है सेल वॉल में, जिससे जो सेल वॉल है जिसमें साइटोप्लाज्म मतलब सेलुलोज है, सेलुलोज माइक्रोफाइब्रिल्स, इसमें वो बॉन्ड्स है जिसको लोड बेरिंग बॉन्ड बोलते हैं, वो फिक्स है, रिजिड है, लेकिन एसिडिफिकेशन होने के कारण से वो लूज हो जाते हैं और वो डिस्प्लेस हो जाते हैं। वो डिस्प्लेस होने के कारण से जो टर्गर प्रेशर, वो साइटोप्लाज्म में जो कंटेंट है उसका जो टर्गर प्रेशर मेम्ब्रेन पे आ रहा है, और वो टर्गर प्रेशर वो सेल वॉल पर आने के कारण से वो बॉन्ड डिस्प्लेस होके वो जो सेल है वो एनलार्ज होता है। सो इस प्रकार से ये जो ऑक्सिन हार्मोन है, ये सेल इलांगेशन में इसका रोल प्ले करता है। तो इस डायग्राम में अगर हम देखते हैं कि ये साइटोप्लाज्म है, ये मेम्ब्रेन है और ये सेल वॉल पोर्शन है। अभी जो पार्ट बी है इसमें ऑक्सिन एक्ट हुआ है और वो ऑक्सिन के थ्रू ये सिग्नल ट्रांसफर होके ये प्रोटॉन पंप को एक्टिव किया है और ये प्रोटॉन्स जो यहाँ एंटर हुए हैं सेल वॉल में, तो वो सेल वॉल में जो लोड बेयरिंग बॉन्ड्स है सेलुलोज माइक्रोफाइब्रिल जिसको कहते हैं, वो लूज हो रहे हैं और वो लूज होने के बाद इसका डिस्प्लेसमेंट होता है और वो डिस्प्लेसमेंट ये टर्गर प्रेशर की वजह से होता है और वो डिस्प्लेसमेंट होने के कारण से सेल इलांगेट होता है, सेल इनलार्ज होता है। सो दिस इज एग्जैक्टली द रोल प्लेड बाय द ऑक्सिन हार्मोन इन द सेल elongation. Another physiological role of the auxin is initiate the apical dominance. The apical bud produces the auxin which suppress the axillary bud growth. This phenomena is called as the apical dominance. मतलब जो अपाइकल बर्ड है इसमें ज्यादा ऑक्सीन तैयार होने के कारण से जो लैटरल बर्ड है उसको सप्रेस करता है, जो लैटरल बर्ड की ग्रोथ होने नहीं देता, इसको कहा जाता है अपाइकल डोमिनेंस. In case of some plants like bean, axillary bud grow slowly and this become inactive. In this picture, we can see the apical dominance in one of the plant that is called as Vicia faba. Here, when there is a removal of the apical portion, apical meristome, here you can see there is a formation of the lateral bud and there is also the formation of the leaves. So here we can see how this auxin hormone that initiate the apical dominance, and this apical dominance is counteracted by or that suppressed by another plant hormone that is called as the cytokinin. Auxin that delays the onset of the leaf obsession. What is meant by leaf obsession? Leaf obsession means falling of the leaf. So this falling of the leaf or shedding of the leaves, that is called as the obsession. And when there is a shedding of the leaves, that is called as the leaf obsession. Now this leaf obsession occurs at the base of the petiole in the particular layer. That layer is called as the obsession layer. So whenever there is a more oxygen concentration, that delays the leaf obsession. In this picture, we can see in the first there is a these leaves are green, synthesis of the much amount of the oxygen. But whenever there is a another hormone as compared to the auxin, which is increased which is synthesized in the larger amount, for example ethylene. So here this break this particular obsession zone, or because of this there is a separation of these leaves from this leaf base. So here this leaf get shed. This is called as the shedding phase. There is a leaf fall. So this is because of the low concentration of the oxygen. But whenever there is a proper synthesis of high oxygen, so whenever there is a high oxygen uh, formed in the leaves, this delays the onset of the leaf obsession. Another role which is played by this plant hormone, that is it initiates the root. So this root initiation, that is also one of the role played by the auxin hormone. Another role which played by the auxin hormone, that is that plays the role in the uh, plant movement, that is called as phototropism and gravitropism. So plant responds to the light and gravity due to the oxygen distribution, and higher oxygen concentration on the shaded side of the plant that promote the elongation causing the plant to bend toward the light. So that phenomena is called as the phototropism. And similarly, in response to the gravity, that auxin also regulate the growth direction, the direction of the root growth. So that phenomena that is called as the gravitropism. In both the plant movement, auxin plays the very important role. Another role is the fruit development. Auxin regulate the fruit development, produce which is produced in the pollen, endosperm, and in the developing seeds. So whenever there is a pollination that triggers the fruit setting, initiating the ovule growth. After fertilization, auxin from the seed that supports the fruit growth. Another thing that plays the role in the parthenocarpy. Parthenocarpy is the formation of the seedless fruit without the process of the fertilization. This is occurring naturally or induced by the auxin treatment in the unpollinated flower. And it auxin also stimulates the fruit setting, which may then trigger the endogenous auxin production in the fruit tissues and that completing the fruit डेवलपमेंट. मतलब ये जो पार्थेनोकार्पी है ये ऑक्सीन के ट्रीटमेंट से पार्थेनोकार्पी इनिशिएट हो सकती है. Another role which is played by this hormone is the vascular differentiation. So this relative amount of the xylem and phloem which is formed, that is by the because of the proper concentration of the auxin hormone, and this also plays the important role in the wound healing. So in this picture we can see whenever there is form which are regulated by the auxin. This vascular differentiation, we know that xylem and phloem, these are the vascular tissue, and these are formed by the differentiation process when the cell undergoes the differentiation. And this proportion of the xylem, proportion of the auxin that involved in this cell differentiation to form the both xylem and the phloem. Another most important thing that also plays the role in the wound healing. So in this picture we can see here there is a indole acetic acid which is applied here on the wound, and in this last picture, in the picture B, we can see here wherever there is a wound on the other side, that cell undergoes the differentiation that form the xylem and that maintain the connection. So this plays the role in the wound healing. Along with the physiological role which is played by the auxin, this auxin has some commercial application. One of the commercial application is weed control. 2,4-D, which is commonly used herbicide, which is used for to control the weeds. Another commercial application is vegetative propagation. This is used as a rooting hormone for the stem and the leaf cuttings. These are used in the form of one of the form of the auxin, that is IBA. This also plays the role in the plant tissue culture. It promotes the chrysalis formation, organ differentiation in the tissue, and especially the root formation. This also plays the important role in the fruit development, that is NAA, that induces the flowering in the pineapple. NAA is also used for fruit thinning in the apples and pears. Auxin are also used to promote the seedless fruit formation, that is in the parthenocarpy fruit. So this is overall about the physiological role and the commercial application of the auxin hormone. In the next video, we will see the physiological role of the gibberellin and their commercial application.